It's Saturday. I don't even know what the date is. Dinky-dairy, what is the date? It's April 28th. I had to check my phone. You'd think I would be recording this on my phone. No, I don't. I record this from an iPod 6th Gen. iPod Touch 6th Gen. But it is Saturday. It is April 28th. And this is Guy's Daily Drive. Longest intro ever. Just dropped Guy Jr. off at work. He doesn't drive. That's a story all in itself. I wish he drove. We have enough cars at the house to where he could drive to work and it would not be a hardship. Don't really have an agenda today. Just kind of talking about stuff. Going to see Jesus Christ Superstar as performed by the West Potomac Theater. West Potomac is a high school here in Fairfax, Virginia. My son Peter, who I've talked about before, does nanobites with his friend Jake Adams. You should check that out on YouTube. I was actually in one of the episodes. And they haven't had me back since. It should be rather telling. Yeah. But they're doing Jesus Christ Superstar. And the guy they have that manages the theater program for West Potomac High School is last name is Clark. He's really good. And if West Potomac High School in Fairfax County is smart, they will keep him for as long as they possibly can. So anyway, they're doing Jesus Christ Superstar. We have tickets to see that tonight. Now, Peter graduated 3-4 years ago. But we still go to occasional performances just because they're just so much fun. And the kids really work hard. And that's important. You know, some of these kids could be, you know, the next big thing in Hollywood. Most of them won't be. You know, it's kind of like you're an athlete. You play basketball, and you are the absolute best basketball player in your high school. But that's a relatively small pond. Maybe you're the best basketball player in your city. It's still a small pond. In the county that you live in, getting a little bit bigger, still a small pond. So you get offers, scholarships to go to a college, much bigger pond, especially if you go to a Division I program that is, you know, really strong. Well, coming in as a freshman, you're competing against others that have been playing basketball at that level for 2 to 3 years, and your playing time may not, you may not have that much playing time. such is the nature of a big program like that. So your choices are, you either go to a smaller school that won't have as much success and you won't get as much potential exposure, especially if your goal is to play basketball professionally, or following the analogy, to be an actor. The bigger, basically, the bigger the pond, the more that you are competing against people who come from a similar background and may be just as good or better than you. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. Keep your expectations low and keep aspirations high. Sure, aim for the stars. But if the stars don't come because of reasons, maybe you get hurt and can't play at that great level anymore. Maybe you just weren't as good as you thought you were. Regardless, get the most out of it that you possibly can. Sometimes the education that you can get from having an athletic scholarship, or there's scholarships for all different kinds of reasons. Whatever the reason is that you get a scholarship, take advantage of it for the education. Don't worry so much about whether or not you're going to be able to go to that next level in whatever thing it is that you enjoy doing, because you may not be able to. And that's life. You're not always going to be the star. And in cases of athletics, there are people that are coming in all the time that are stars. So grab your opportunities. Expectations high. Do what you can with what you have, and come out of it with the knowledge that you always tried your best. Whether or not you succeed, always try your best. And part of the reason why I bring this up, I think about these things, and I realize that at my age, pushing 60 now, I'm going to be 58 this year, that I have been a very, very lucky man. And I appreciate the breaks that I have received throughout my life. And I appreciate the people that gave me those breaks. And there's many, many, many. But in the end, you still have to perform. You still have to do the best that you can. And if for one reason or another you don't get to do the things that you want to do with your life and have to do something else, sometimes that's just the way it goes. There's no point in dwelling on your failures, of which over the course of a lifetime, and if you're lucky, a long lifetime, you'll have many of. Nobody succeeds all the time. Learn to live with your failures. Learn from them. Figure out what it is, or what the reason was for that failure. And the crazy thing is sometimes you can do everything right. Sometimes it's not a question of what you did that was wrong, or what you could have done to affect the outcome in a different way. Sometimes there isn't anything you could have done differently that would have made any difference at all. You keep going anyway. Keep going anyway. Because that's the point. So, if you would like to reach me and say, Guy, what the hell are you talking about? Email addresses are guy@mymac.com, probably. guy@mttfgo.com. I am not the Mac Parrot, I'm just Mac Parrot over there on the Twitters. And you can find me, of course, not only here on Guy's Daily Drive, you can also find me nearly every week on the MyMac Podcast that I do with Gaz. I'll be recording that later today, hopefully. And on Wednesday nights, you can find me typically with Mr. Warren Sklar over on the Mac to the Future livecast there on Facebook. You can find that if you look for my name. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good time with that too. If you're going to have nothing much else to do in the mid-July time frame, you may want to consider going to MacStock. What is MacStock? MacStock is a community-driven event for Apple enthusiasts, whether it's the Mac or the iPhone or the iPad or whatever Apple products that you like. You don't even actually have to be an Apple fan to get something out of it. There's going to be some great speakers that will be talking about technology, as there has been every single year. I will be there. I will be recording podcasts with my mobile gear. Tim Robertson from TechFan, and of course, the person who created the MyMac Podcast and the MyMac.com website. He and I will be doing the MyMac quiz, and it's going to be a lot of fun this year. We're involving a lot of other people in it. It's going to have to be seen to be believed. And you can spend an entire weekend doing all this great stuff for the paltry sum of $189. With the coupon right now, it's $199 at checkout, and the coupon code MTTFGO. I'm sorry, MTTF bonus 10. I keep messing that up. MTTF bonus 10 will get you another $10 off, so a total price of $189. Lunch is included. There'll be a T-shirt. There'll be, sponsors will be giving stuff away. There's going to be the Saturday night gig that Barry Falk is putting together. There's a Friday night get together for people who sign up for the entire weekend. And lunch is provided on both days. All of that stuff is included. What's not included, of course, is your transportation, your lodging while you're there, and breakfast. So you got to get your own breakfast. So get a hotel that has, that yummy hotel breakfast. So you can find out more information on it by going to MacStockConferenceandExpo.com, or if you simply just Google MacStock Expo, it'll show up. It'll be there. Hope to see you there. And we'll catch you next time on Guy's Daily Drive.